So on this rooftop is where I'm going to put the large solar array. And according to my calculations, it should be strong enough to hold the array without any trouble. So first things first, got to clean it off and then put in my feet, and that should do it for today. So let's get her done. So today we're going to try to finish mounting the rails on the roof. I've already got these little rail feet, little sections of rail riveted where I want the rails to run. So the next step is to take these little angle brackets, aluminum angle brackets, and attach them to the rail with this slide nut. So the nut goes in there, it sort of swings into place. And then we bolt that on. The first row down there, I'm just going to take another one of these, bolt those together, and then the rail will go on top of that. In the rest of them, I'm going to put a piece of square tubing, aluminum square tubing, that will act as a leg between the two angle brackets. And then the rail will go on that to create my angle. The key here is to present as small a surface to the wind as possible, because wind is going to be the biggest enemy here. We can get quite high winds to pretty much what would be considered Category 2 at most. Hurricane winds. There are what are called colloquially medicanes, or a type of vortex storm system that can occur in the Mediterranean, and we're right along the coast. The coast is just a few kilometers to the east, so you can get quite strong winds. I'm going to try to keep the slope low. We do have a little barrier here where this roof meets the rest of the house structure, so I'll only go a little bit above that. Whatever surface you present, the biggest surface, of course, that you present to the wind, the biggest area, is the most risky, which is going to be back here. So wind coming from that direction, which isn't too bad because there's mountains all along the back there, not so much that way. that's the least risky direction, because it would basically be pushing the solar array into the roof, which isn't so bad. It's when it's pulling it off the roof that's bad. The sides aren't really too bad because the wind can easily pass under. There's just not a lot of surface area for the wind to catch. So the worst is this back area, which there's a mountain not too far back there that will block a little bit.
Like 1 kilometer?
It's about 1 kilometer. So that's the game plan. Optimum tilt for a fixed solar array is to fix it at the same slope as your latitude. So we're at 36 degrees latitude, roughly. So a fixed array at 36 degrees would be the optimum. I'm not going to get that. I'm probably going to get something like 10 at most. There is a slight angle on the roof already of about 6 degrees. So, yeah. Overall, I don't want to really get more than about 15 degrees. So 9, 10 degrees at most on this array, at most. All right, let's get to work. So we're almost done. Just got to add this last row of the legs, the tallest one. As you can see, it's pretty rigid. Obviously this section here isn't being held, but once it is, it'll be really tight, which is why I like this system, because it is very structurally, it creates a lot of structural integrity, and it actually becomes more and more rigid and structurally stable as you go. In fact, once we put the panels on, the panels themselves will actually add structural integrity. So I'm not really worried about wind loading here. There's just not that much area for the wind to grab onto, and it's really strong. And Stellan's been a big help. He put these together all by himself so that I can just go along and attach them. So we'll get this last row in,
and then we can do the foam.
And then we're going to foam the structure below, which is a simple way to add integrity to your structure if you have the right kind of materials. So here you have it. This is our mount structure all completed. It's ready to go. It's ready to receive the panel. It's all down, tight. I mean, that can hold my weight. I'm not going to stand on it, but it could hold my weight. So I'm not really worried about that. The roof seems like it's in good shape. Yeah, ready for panels.
What are you doing?
Taking video.
of